R.I.P. Robert Brooks. R.I.P. Robert Brooks. Yo, man. Went up there to Albany yesterday, New York. Went to Albany yesterday, New York. I was out there with the brothers rally protesting for Robert Brooks. Got to see a lot of good brothers, a lot of good people was out there. Um, seen Moshe. I got to see Man Dude, G Trife. Salute to all those brothers. Yellow Boy. See my Rochester guys. I seen Brave Dave. Um, Tim. Bumped into a lot of good brothers, man. Who else was up there? Guns from the Bronx. He was up there. Salute to him. Um, Shaw Bay. Glad to see you home. I seen Shaw Bay up there. Yo, salute, Wax Dog. Shaw Bay was up there. I seen City Bama. What's up? Salute. I got to see Fashion up there. Salute to Fashion. Um, got to see a lot of good people, man. It was a lot of good people was up there. You heard? Yo, Great God, what up? Salute. Um, yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time, man. I got to see a lot of people, man. I slid up there to make sure I go support, the people in the struggle of what's going on, man. That's what this is about, man. Us showing our support in any way that we can um, to support these people and what's going on, support prison reform, and the life of a young black man that was lost early. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go up there and just show my presence. You know what I mean? Pull up on the guys. I'm glad I bumped into. I seen Money. Salute to Money. Um, Money just recently came home, was exonerated. We had did a petition for Money on We Locked In. At the beginning of We Locked In, we had did a petition for Money. Um, I think we had got him over the hump. We had got Money over the hump on that petition that he needed, and right after that, he had got free. So salute to Money. I'll probably post up. I got a few videos. I got a few pictures of the guys. I'm gonna post those up probably tomorrow. I'll let y'all see those and stuff. You know what I mean? But it was good vibes, man. Doing them, Gangster Tribe. They had it lit up there. They had it lit. The people was out there deep. You had the sisters out there. Salute to all the sisters. Um, it was a beautiful thing. It was great energy. You know what I'm saying? It was great energy to see people to come out there and support and to do the right thing for that brother. You know what I mean? Um, and to see all the guys that came home, a lot of guys that was in prison, that was locked up and had different lives, to now see them out here rallying and protesting and doing the right things for their peoples, man. It's great to see that too. It's great to see the transition that a lot of these men have made. You know what I'm saying? A great example, that we all can follow. You know what I'm saying? So that was great, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Y'all already know what it is, man. But yeah, that was definitely good energy out there. I didn't get to see Bush. I didn't see Bush as I was in prison, but Bush was up there before I got there. Um, I got there a while late. It usually take me about 2 hours. It usually take me about two hours and some change, 2 hours to get up there, a little bit over 2 hours to get there. Don't you know I put avoid tolls on my Waze app, and it took me on a whole nother route, and it was like 3.5 hours to get there, bro. I'm like, yo, what's going on? So when it took me on a crazy route, and I was in back blocks and small hoods, and I'm like, hold up, wait a second. I had to check and I had to make sure. I said, I said, thing is still on avoid all tolls. And I had to get that back. Yeah, my brother Moshe was up there. We Locked In was in the building. You know what I'm saying? Me and Moshe, I got to see my bro up there. And that was good energy, man. That was definitely good energy. Love to see the brothers out there showing their support and doing the right thing for the people. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're supposed to be doing, as as just brothers, as elders, as people in the hood. Yo, salute to everybody coming in the building. Hit the like button on the way in. Drew P. Boyles. Happy birthday. I see you, man. Happy Earth Storm. What's up, Nicole Bella? Salute. Word up. Yo, Jim Jones. Yo, you said, do I want to push for the Jim Jones interview? Hey, yo, listen. I like Jim Jones, you heard? Yo, Jim Jones, they going crazy. I'm glad they took some of that beef to the. I knew it was gonna go. I knew somebody had to make a diss track Now I'm looking for Cam or 50 or one of them to make a diss track back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad he took it to the music. I want to hear some good music come out of this. You know what I mean? I definitely want to hear some good music come out of this. You heard? I definitely want to hear some good music come out of this. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got to see my brother Moshe. That was a good look. You know what I mean? I know my brother Moshe, he always be around. He always down, to make sure he out there representing the peoples on the front line for the peoples, you know what I'm saying? Moshe is always going to show up, you heard? So that was definitely good energy, you know what I mean? That was definitely good energy to start out this 2025. You always want to bring new energy to the new year, try to do things a little bit differently, a little better. Um, and however you can, change your life in ways that's, life giving and, and more positive for yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like the Teflon interview. That Teflon interview is going viral in Queens, man. We got mad people that hit us up, mad people hitting him, mad people hitting me. You know what I'm saying? Other people want to do interviews and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. You heard? It's a lot going on. You know what I mean? Moshe is definitely militant. You heard? But that Teflon, let me tell you something. We about to do the second half. I'm gonna post it in about a day or so. We about to do the second half of that Teflon video, and it's gonna be better than the first one. That video was lagging. When I looked at the video was lagging, and that's why I'm telling him to put up paperwork that was already taken down. And plus, just, talking to Tef and hearing him telling the stories and reminiscing on all that stuff, I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of hard for me not to be up there reminiscing. And, you know, I do some good interviews. I do great interviews, but that interview is so close to home. It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was in there, reminiscing on those times. And, yo, I ain't gonna lie, that was like a great one. You heard? Dad, like you already know, I was like, yeah, I was like, yo, I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, that interview had me messed up. We already talking about part two of the interview. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be talking about, his, the other part, probably a little bit left for the city before he got locked up, getting locked up, being on Rikers Island, all the stuff he was doing on Rikers Island, a lot of the guys that he was around. He was dead. He was dead 9/4, 9/3. He got locked up January 9/4. So he just hit when all the homies and everything started building up. He gonna talk about that. A lot of the guys that he was around. I ain't gonna give y'all no spoiler alerts, but he was around all the guys that started that. You know what I'm saying? That started that for real. So that's gonna be a great interview. You know what I'm saying? We want to get into some things about, him, his roster lifestyle, how he changed his life. We're gonna talk about all those things. Um, he talked briefly about how he started writing, but I want to get into more of how he started writing and how he actually, you know, did the writing. I know the inspiration came from Crip, R.I.P. Crip Gambino, but rest in power. But I want to get more in. I want to get more into how he actually started to write. You know what I mean? It's one thing to have the inspiration and the motivation. It's another thing to start doing something. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know the steps that he took, how that all went down. Um, you know, going back to Barbados, where he from, being extradited out there. After not being there from a kid, seeing that island again, seeing how all that stuff was. His prison. Um, I don't want to do no spoiler alerts and talk about certain parts of his life that he gonna talk about tomorrow. But that's some of the things that I want to cover tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yo, welcome home, Killer Cav. That's right. Salute to Killer Cav, man. I seen Queens Flip out there in Brownsville with him doing that interview, man. Salute to Killer Cav. Salute to Queens Flip. Word up. Salute to them. You know what I mean? Queens Flip is definitely family. You heard? Word up. Internet don't know, but know what I mean? Yo, you see my beard? You see I'm working on my beard, right? I'm letting my beard grow. Rude boy, rough, the rugged look, the rugged look. He said, "Look, I'm about to, I bet to beg for change." Y'all used to the clean Mikey B. I be cleaned up, looking clean. You know what I'm saying? New things for the new year. You know what I mean? Switch it up a little, son. Switch it up a little bit. You heard? Big Burner, what up? Word up. But yeah, man, that second part of that interview, that is gonna be it's. And let me tell you something. I think the first part of the interview was so good because a lot of guys tapped in from around the way that was a part of his life story, that was part of our life stories. And they was in the comments. You had Jock and Bad Vibes and P.I., Alamo. You had all kind of dudes tapping into the chat, saluting. You know what I'm saying? I think Marley came through there. Salute to him. Another day one, another one of the guys that I came out the house under. But yo, it was a lot. Yo, that was like, Tef is bugging like, yo, who in the chat? Where my people's at? You know what I'm saying? So it was a good interview. It was a little, it was organic. It was organic. It was fresh. Um, I know Tef's story. You know, try to get him to tell it. Light skin Marley, light skin Marley. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Great God. You already know Boogie Black. You already know, man. Salute my brother, Moshe. But yeah, man. Reminiscing about all the stuff, and I know everything, so I'm trying to tell him to give y'all the stuff that I know is like lit, and then he got his own little, reminisce his own memories. So now we caught on that. I'm trying to keep him on task because we don't want the video to be super long. We want to get to important points. But I really wanted y'all to get the feel of who Tef was. Um, in the next story, you're gonna get his prison, his transition, how he changed his life. He a Rasta. That whole thing. I want to know how he got into Rastafari. You know, and how that part of his life is too. But yo, listen, I really, really was trying to make sure y'all got the feel of how the '90s was and how crazy it was. You heard? And how crazy. I really wanted to get y'all feeling. I didn't want to. I don't want to stay on that too long or expound on that. But really, you know, this is the legend of Teflon. You know what I'm saying? That was made in the '90s. That was made in the streets. You understand what I'm saying? And in prison, he ain't stopped letting it go when he went to prison. You heard? He ain't stopped. You heard? He kept it going. He kept it going when he went to prison. So, but but yo, kills. Good looking, man. Salute. But yeah, man, that second part is gonna be a lot more. It's gonna be a lot more. Um, I'm not gonna say professional, but it's gonna be more professional. It's gonna be a lot more. I ain't gonna lie. I was just happy to be up there with bro. You know what I'm saying? I be kicking it with him. We kick it all the time. But for us to be reminiscing like that and telling y'all the story and giving y'all that feeling, I ain't gonna lie. I was hyped to be thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? And just not really glorifying the bad stuff, but just giving you a real story. You know what I'm saying? Because we all got our own stories, man, and our story is our story. You heard? Yo, Rio, salute. And our story is our story. You know what I mean? So I didn't really want to expound on that. Harlem Legend, salute. And I didn't really want to expound on that, but I definitely wanted to make sure that y'all got the feel of the '90s, what was going on, the parties, the people, um, because this is like to highlight his book. I wanted to make sure there was a good interview, that it was interesting, and that y'all really understood like who this dude was. Like, you know, I posted a short about how many people he booked. Yo, that's crazy. Like Bad Bob said 350 people, 350 people. Yo, he was wow. The '90s was crazy, man. When I say the '90s was crazy, man, Just think about that, man. He don't even know the number. You know what I'm saying? When I asked him that, it caught him off guard. Like, what? He never probably never even thought about that. 150, 200 people, 200? That's a lot. That's a lot. You're 300? 1,500? And another thing, I'm going to give y'all context because a little bit of context. He wasn't the dude that was robbing your grandmother. He wasn't robbing girls. He wasn't robbing like people, working class people. He was only robbing mainly dudes that was hustling. That was his main target. And some gangsters, some guys that was really gangster, number runners, he only robbed criminals. He only robbed criminals. So I want y'all to understand that and get that clear that he never, you know, our community, the old heads love all of us. You know what I'm saying? None of us, not me, none of us. I mean, not me. I can't say what nobody else did, but we never robbed like women and old people and working people that was going back and forth to work in our community. They all love us. We can go back to them. They send us money when we in prison. They come visit us. They send us letters. You know what I'm saying? They love the community loves us. It was the people in the streets. You know, we cannibalize the criminals. You see what I'm saying? So I want to make sure y'all understand that as well. That whatever he robbed, 150, 200, 300, whatever, it was criminals. He ain't robbed no hard-working mothers and fathers that was running around Queens. You see what I'm saying? He robbed because he had a thing against drug dealers somewhat. But he robbed criminals. He robbed gangsters. He robbed drug dealers. That's what we robbed. You see what I'm saying? So let's not. We didn't. And that's something I should have. See, these type of questions. These type of questions is what a good interviewer are going to ask. And I didn't ask that question, but I tried to make sure I was asking those follow-up questions so I can give y'all clarity in the interview. That's why I asked all those follow-up questions. You heard? Get out of here. Get out of here. Stop it. I'm taking that down, egg ball. Egg balls, you tripping. I'm taking that down. I'm removing that. That's cap. Andre Andre Carroll, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Yo, stop it. I got to take that down, egg balls. That's cap. He ain't robbed no blind lady and slab. I'm going to stop that. Now, on some real stuff, because, you know, everybody ain't from the hood and everybody don't know how it really goes down. So people might be looking at this video and be like, yo, this dude is a sucker. He was robbing a bunch of old ladies or kids and, you know what I'm saying? Or old men and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But that wasn't the case. He might have robbed some, you know, some younger dudes because we was young at the time too. But if they was shining and trying to front like they was like that or something, then he probably got with you at a dice game or something. Then he probably, you know, he probably got you. Probably got you at that time, yeah. But yeah, man, I just wanted to make sure I had clarity to that. But these type of questions are the questions that really give you the details and show you the difference of exactly what was going on. You see what I'm saying? Um, don't want to miss that. I'm not going to miss a lot of those opportunities in the second part of that interview. I'm going to make sure um, I get that stuff. And let me tell you something. He talked about a lot of different things. He talked about some cases, and he had paperwork, but he didn't really. His object wasn't to come up here and to expose people, or even in his book, that wasn't his objective. You know what I'm saying? So the little things that he did do, that was on his own, and you know that's his story. So you know I let him tell his story the way he wanted to tell it. Made sure he got it out there the way he wanted to tell it. You know what I'm saying? But that was definitely not his objective to, like, you know, throw dudes' names out there, throw certain stuff out there. But he wanted to correct the record on some things that he's been hearing on the internet. You know, dudes pumping a lot of lies. He definitely wanted to give clarity and, you know, make sure the narrative is known on all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, man, Part two is gonna be another epic one. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fly because I was with him. I was with him after that. He didn't. He We know where he left off at. He gonna continue. He gonna continue in Albany. We was in Albany. He gonna continue in Albany, and then he gonna take it to the pen. He gonna take it to the pen, um, and all that stuff that was going on there. You heard? But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's a fly. That was a good interview. You know what I mean? We got more interviews and stuff like that coming for you, man. Before I get out, let me. Who y'all think won the Jim Jones and the Cameron beef, man? Who y'all think won? Who y'all think won the Cam and the Cam and the Jimmy beef? Who y'all think won? Cause 50 just stepped out. Cam Rio. Who y'all think won? Cam, Jim. Yo, let me tell you something. I don't think I can see what Cam is saying. Like you're not from Harlem, but he can't really use that at this point. You heard? You can't use that. You can't. You can't use like. You can't use. He can't use that. He ain't from Harlem because if his grand and I understand what he's saying. His grandmas lived there, but if he lived there and he started coming outside with y'all and living with y'all, then he could claim Harlem. Hanging on a block like a dusty fiend, and Cam got a $4 million, 4 million views podcast. Cameron took him up top. I can't front though. He sparked him. Cameron sparked him. You heard? Yeah, that's facts. That's true. That's true. J Rock. That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. I like the Jimmy song though. That Jim Jones. I'm glad they took it to the wax. I hope Cameron make a song. I want to hear them go through a rap battle. I want to hear a beat between them. Yeah, but and Andre, he said all the beat that Cam had, he said Jim squashed it all. You heard? They all his friends. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with making your enemies into friends though. That's usually a smart move. You heard? But Cam took him up top though. Cam, let me tell y'all something. One thing about that video that you know what Cam really, really, really smoked him at? Hey boy, you gotta stop cursing in my chat. You wildin'. Yo, listen. You know what Cam really, really bodied him at? I'm gonna tell you what Cam bodied him at. When he talked about all them dudes that was around Jim Jones that got murdered or went to prison. Stacks, Max B, Melly Matrix Shotta, all of them. I think that was the biggest thing for me. Faulty leadership, bro. I got videos up here about faulty leadership, bro. Faulty leadership, I think that hit him hard. I think that right there hit him where it hurts, bro. Because under Cam's leadership, he made all y'all millionaires. He made all of them millionaires. But under Jim's leadership, you got these dudes crashing out, bro. And you got to look at it like that. You can't look at it no other way. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's like, what used to be one of my biggest things that I wouldn't want to see dudes, me sending a bunch of young dudes to the feds, and you got all the money in the world, and you got all this stuff, and it's the best you could do is send everybody to jail. He talking about you gonna make Melly a general when he come home. Like Melly gonna be old. Get Melly into some money. We gotta change these narratives, bro. That shit is whack, bro. That's whack, bro. Sending all your people on a one-way ticket to prison, bro. I think that's where Cam really, really murdered him at, bro. That was the icing on the cake right there, bro. He said maybe if you gave Stacks Bundle some money, he wouldn't have got murdered in Far Rockaway. Maybe if you had Max B and gave him some money, he wouldn't have 75 years and he'd be out here right now. That was the realest. That was the realest thing on that whole thing, bro. Stop tricking dudes out their freedom, bro. Stop tricking dudes out their freedom for a couple dollars, bro. That was valid, man. That right there was valid, man. That was everything else was funny. You know, he was killing them with stuff, but that tricking dudes out their freedom, bro. We gotta stop that, bro. That's bad, bro. That's bad, bro. Dudes, 10, 20 years because of you, and and they listening to you, they taking, you gotta violate him, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, man. It's a lot of dudes that's hidden hands behind the scenes, and they pushing a lot of dudes to crash out, and these dudes is dumb and they listening to these dudes. You know what I'm saying? We gotta change that, man. You know what I mean? Party Artie, what up? Blue Boy wasn't selling no bass, man. Stop lying, egg balls. Hey, y'all don't know who that is, man, but egg balls is wild. Yo, but look, yeah, man, but that, I ain't gonna lie, for me, when I heard that, I was laughing until I heard that. When I heard that, everybody was waiting for Cameron on Monday to come back. He was gonna come with something. Mace had the popcorn. When I heard that thing wasn't funny no more, you heard? Yo, Tavon Miller, salute. Salute to everybody pulling up, man. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. But I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front. Bless up, rise up. That right there, it got serious for me. When he was saying that, when he started saying that, tricking dudes out of their freedom, I felt that. I ain't gonna lie, I felt that right there, you heard? Word up. I felt that right there, you know what I'm saying? Word up. I felt that. I ain't gonna front. I felt that, man. All you gotta do is double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. You know what I mean? Good looking, Party Artie. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna front. That was good. That was good. But I'm glad Cam said that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he put that out there. And dudes ain't really building on that. I seen a couple dudes, a couple podcasts talk about that perspective. But come on, bro, what kind of leaders we got, man? You know what I'm saying? Who you made a millionaire? You got all the money in the world. I got who you making millionaires. You know what I'm saying? You the only one making money. Everybody else getting killed or going to jail. That's whack, bro. That's whack. That's whack. And I like Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, salute to Jim. I like Jim Jones. Real talk. I like Jim Jones. Um, y'all see Melly Matrix tapped in. Chips, look. Y'all see Melly Matrix tapped in and told y'all what I already said, right? I told y'all, let me tell you something. Something that Melly said that stuck out to me about that. He said they didn't want him. We were the only ones that could have got Jim in trouble. So if they talked against Jim, if one of them flipped and said, yeah, Jim's the big homie, he the one that been putting out all this stuff for saying something, then Jim would have been in trouble. I believe Melly on that, man. I believe Melly on that, bro. On that alone, I believe Melly, man. Salute to him, free that man. Free Melly Matrix, man. But I believe him on that. I could be wrong. They could be lying and covering up. I don't know. But for that perspective, I understand that. I understand, like, when you got these structures, when you got these street structures, only certain people, if they smart, got contact with the boss. If you really the boss, you don't got contact with everybody. You see what I'm saying? If he was only talking to certain dudes or interacting with certain dudes and they didn't give him up, like 6ix9ine ain't have an interaction with Jimmy to give him up. 6ix9ine told on this dude, that dude. He didn't have an occurrence where he could tell on Jim Jones. He never was around Jim Jones to get an order to get nothing to say, all right, Jim Jones is the guy that's doing this, that, and the third. So he never got an opportunity to tell on Jim Jones. Jose Montalvo, salute. Straight up, yo. But I understand. What Melly's saying is true. I understand that only certain people in certain times they got to connect you. They got to connect you to them. And if certain people don't say nothing, then there's no way unless you just a dummy like on wiretaps or other things, wilding, and then they can say, "Hey, we could prove you was the leader." You know what I'm saying? We could prove you was this. We could prove you was that. They couldn't prove that, bro. They couldn't prove that. You heard? Word up. Word up. Real talk. You heard? Straight up. Yo, you right about that, man. Salute to everybody pulling up, man. Make sure I hit the button on the way in. You heard? I mean, I heard the wiretap and some of those things. I know if other people would have said them in different circumstances. I know if other people would have said them in different circumstances, then it might have been something. I can't say nothing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with that. But I know Melly is holding him down. I know his people is holding him down. You know what I'm saying? That's good to see. You heard? Yo, part two Teflon coming shortly. We're gonna have it in a couple days. In a few days, we putting everything together. We making sure everything is right. You know what I'm saying? No Wi-Fi issues, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we not. It was just us talking about the Cameron Mace beef and Melly. You know, the whole Melly just came out and said Cam is not on none of that shit, none of their paperwork, none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Word up. That's what the conversation was. You know what I'm saying? Just a recap of the week. I wasn't up here doing. I've been doing too much. I ain't been up here in a couple days. You heard? Violate, but he said do stuff to the security. It was a lot of different things in that wiretap. That wiretap was kind of that wiretap was but this is what you got to understand too. And for y'all guys that's in these street organizations, listen to this, understand this. Not that crew in the street, but that same crew got like 3 indictments back to back. Remember, they got like 3 indictments back to back. You don't know just because they went to prison, right? Free Raw Diggs, man, free Blue Boy, word. Just because they went to prison, don't mean that they're not still investigating Jim Jones now. You heard? Feds don't care. It could be another indictment, you heard? We couldn't get you on the last one. We couldn't get you on the last one, but we'll get you on the next one, you heard? Free the peoples, that's right, free the peoples, man. Real talk. So you never know. Just because they didn't have enough evidence to indict you on that last joint that you didn't get caught in, that don't mean they eyes ain't on you and they investigating you for the next 3 or 4 years and try to make and put you on the next indictment, you heard? Stupid. I wouldn't have looked at that wiretap as nothing. Just because they got you on wiretap, that don't mean you told on nobody. That don't mean that. That don't mean that. Court documents, paperwork. That's when you tell who did what. You know what I'm saying? That's what tells that. Court documents, bro. Court documents, bro. That's what says if you you know if you turn state evidence or not, court documents. These documents right here say you did this. Other than that, it's just you know you just fabricating, saying what if, and it's not. That's what we went by. We went by paperwork. I'm just being honest. We only went by paperwork. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't no paperwork, then it wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's very important to understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's very important to understand that. You heard? But yeah, don't. But understand this. Just because they ain't pick him up in that one, that don't mean he ain't being investigated now. That don't mean. Look how long they investigated Young Thug before they ran down on them. You never know. Yo, Ming, salute. Right. OFF. Right. They already had a couple indictments before that. So you don't know when they're gonna drop the next indictment on the same crew. Y'all gotta y'all guys gotta be mindful out there in them street organizations, man. Because they out here investigating everything, bro. They ain't playing. Them people ain't playing, bro. You come out here, you think, especially in New York, bro, you think you're gonna have this shit like LA. They not gonna have that for too long. You know what I'm saying? You in jail, you doing one thing, you might be getting busy and doing all that stuff. If you think you running around this city with the bag and you doing all that stuff, bro, that bag gonna be gone. They gonna take that bag and they gonna throw you in jail. That bag don't mean nothing to them. They took dudes down with bigger bags than these dudes got right now. These dudes ain't got no bags. I don't know. I don't know Tavon Miller. I don't know about that. I heard he had a gun charge. I don't know what happened with it. You know what I'm saying? Guy, I be knowing. Guy, I know you. I know Guy. I know Guy. So understand. Don't think that don't think that just because I missed this one, you might be on the next one. You out here playing these penitentiary games. You know what I'm saying? You out here playing these penitentiary games. You're using that little bag you made to destroy your community, to destroy your peoples, man. They gonna come and get you, bro. They're not playing with these dudes with these bags and think they're going to destroy the community, bro. They're not playing with nobody, bro. And you lucky if you ducked in these indictments. You lucky. You know what I'm saying? You lucky. You lucky. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, bro. That's the facts. That's the facts. You know what I'm saying? But Freedom Brothers. You know what I mean? I hope they come out here and be on a different time. Come and get them some money and chill. Um, but don't let these dudes trick you out your freedom, man. For a small bag, a light bag. Dudes getting tricked out their freedom for light bags, bro. Light bags. If you get a job making $17 an hour, $20 an hour, $20 an hour is like 40,000 a year, right? $17 an hour is like 38, something like that. 38,000 for 10 bands, for 3 bands, for 10 bands. Dude just catching 25 years. 20 bands. You could have got that 20 bands if you worked at McDonald's. You could have got that 20 bands if you worked at McDonald's. It wouldn't have came all in one. It wouldn't have came all in one shot. But you would have got that in a year. In 6 months, you would have got 20 bands. You would have made 20 bands in 6 months at McDonald's. You heard? Now you laid up. You doing 20 years. You doing 10 years. You doing 10. You doing 10 years for 10 bands. You try to rob somebody. It went wrong. They got you on camera. You got your mask on, but the cameras is following you everywhere. The cameras is following you everywhere. You're not getting away now. New York is you do it in New York. I mean, maybe another state, maybe somewhere else. If you do it in New York, man, Everything is camered out, man. Look how they following dudes around New York on these cameras, bro. Just being honest, bro. Get you a $20 hour job and chill. Make 40,000 a year. Make 40 bands a year, you know what I'm saying? And use your money correctly, all right? Use it right. Invest in yourself, save up, dress like what somebody just said. I look like a beggar with my beard and all that. Dress like a beggar. Yeah. Don't spend money on Gucci. Don't try to floss and be like everybody else, spending money they don't got. That's why they got to rob. Everybody got on designer, Celine, and all this stuff, trying to keep up with trying to keep up with, you know what I'm saying, with the money wars, trying to look like you in money wars, trying to look good for the bottle girls. Yeah. Next thing you know, you doing 30 years. Yeah. It's nasty. I'm not laughing at that. I'm not laughing on everything. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at the sentiment of how dumb we are. Because I was dumb like that at one point in my life. I was stupid. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, it's better off. Nowadays, bro, with credit and the way the world is with money now, you get the right job, you get in the right position, bro, you be looking better than these dudes that's out here hustling. I see these dudes that be hustling, they be looking crazy, some of them. I'm like, you trapping out here? You might as well get a job. If you gonna look like that, if you gonna look like that, man, you ain't making no money unless you seen they caught that dude in Florida with 22 million in up in his house. Unless you got that kind of money in the attic, unless you got that kind of, come on, man, you might as well get you another job. You might as well get a job like me, man. You might as well just be a working stiff like me. Yo, real talk. The wrong crime for the time. That's facts. Heard up. Nah, on everything, bro. These dudes, man, don't be having no bread, bro. I done been out with dudes. Dudes don't be having no bread, bro. Dudes be popped. On the low, dudes be popped. Dudes be looking good, but dudes ain't got no bottles. Dudes be outside. Dudes got the flyers, the Montclairs on, all this designer. Dudes ain't got no bottles. Dudes trying to ask you for a drink. Like, hold up, homie. You want this bottle, bro? You gonna have to give me the Montclair. You want this bottle? You got to give me the Montclair, bro. Listen, this joint cost right here, y'all. Yeah, man, that's a scheme, man. That's a scam. That's a scam, bro. Dudes is making a few thousand and doing 4 or 5 years, bro. That don't add up, bro. That don't add up. Even if you made 100 bands and you got the 100 bands, 5 years, you know how much you could have made in 5 years in a regular job? You could have made 250 bands with a regular job. 50,000 a year ain't that much. All right, 40,000. We're gonna give you a $20 hours. You could have made 200 bands. You could have made 200 bands in 5 years. Legit, and your credit is up. And you ain't lose all the stuff that you had because you can't wear the clothes from 4 or 5 years ago when you come home. Your car is gonna be gone. You got a car. I be seeing these dudes when they go to jail now, they got stuff. That stuff is gone. Your apartment is gone. Your credit is bad. All your stuff gonna be gone when you come home. You heard? The car, you got a note on your car. Your car's gone. You know what I'm saying? Your credit's bad. Your apartment gone. You ain't got no clothes. Either they took all you had to pawn your jewelry for commissary. You know what I'm saying? You pawned your jewelry on like year two. Year two, your jewelry's gone. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got some real money in there, you heard? Real talk, man. It don't add up. It don't add up, bro. It don't. Word up. That's why so a light bag. I refuse to be back in prison for a light bag, bro. That is not. They will never see me in jail saying I got a couple dollars and now You know, I paid my lawyer. I had commissary for a couple years, and now I'm broke. Not the kid, not me. Real talk, real talk, man. But we got to think about. But that I ain't gonna lie, man. Just getting back to what we was talking about. I was talking about Cam. I was talking about Cam and Jim. I really felt that. I really felt that when Cam said that, and Cam got serious. He was laughing at first. He was making jokes, but when he was talking about leading these dudes to their destruction, Melly leading all them dudes to their destruction, bro. I felt that. I can't front. I felt that. I felt that, bro. I see that way too much, bro. I felt that, bro. I felt that, bro. No cap. You know what I mean? Tricking dudes out their freedom, man. Don't let these dudes trick you out your freedom out in these streets, man. Don't let these dudes trick you out your freedom for a light bag, you heard? Or trick you out your life. Or trick you out your life. You know what I'm saying? Because everything ain't gonna go your way. Everything ain't gonna go your way. You might think going in, things are gonna go your way. I had a few of my friends die from robberies going bad. You know, Teflon, he come up here and tell stories and stuff, and I could tell you stories and stuff. But I got friends, R.I.P. to Gigi, R.I.P. to Crackhead Chris. I got friends that can't come tell them stories because they lost their lives to robberies going bad. You see what I'm saying? So don't let these dudes, you know, tell you like, yo, all you got to do is this, because it might not go like that. You know what I mean? A great general or generals understand once a war starts, it never goes the way you think it's gonna go. You make a move when war starts, it don't go the way you think it's gonna go. Everything seems easy. All right, yo, listen, we gonna do this, we gonna do this, bam, we gonna be millionaires after this. Everybody's in jail, somebody's dead. Yo, it don't go as planned. A lot of that stuff don't go as planned, man. Don't let these dudes trick you out your freedom, man. Don't let these dudes trick you out your freedom, bro. You know what I mean? Get you some good goals. Educate yourself. Study. I was just on salute to Smitty and Cosmology Bay. I was on um a lot going on TV. You know what I mean? If somebody could drop their link, I was on there earlier talking about, esoteric stuff, the pyramids, ley lines, education, and how, the change that I made in my life and how I made some of them. You see what I'm saying? But I had to reprogram myself, yo. I had to unlearn all that dumb shit I learned in the streets. A lot of the foolishness, a lot of the stupidness I learned. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes that's out here hustling, me and my wife work, and we doing just as good as some of them, if not better. If not better. And they've been hustling for years. Dudes hit me in my inbox and big me up, and I'm not, I'm humble. That's not me. I'm not trying to be um braggadocious and floss my blessings on anybody. I'm just giving you an example of my life. Me and my wife work, we got great credit, and we get what we want because I work good and we pay our bills. You see what I'm saying? With a regular job, I don't make that much. I don't make that much. You see what I'm saying? And I'm doing better than a lot of some guys that I see that's out here doing the wrong thing. I'm doing better than them. I blew by guys that been out here. I blew by some guys that been out here. Not to, like I said, not to floss or glorify, but to give the glory to the Most High, because staying consistent with that change, it paid off for me. Anything you don't do consistently for a long period of time is not going to pay off. If you're going to work, you got to keep working. You got to keep building. You got to keep doing that. You got to work harder. You got to do something extra. You might got to get a second job sometimes. But you got to stay focused on getting money, stacking your paper, not spending it on a bunch of designer, living in an apartment, you ain't got no house. We gotta be wise. We gotta, we gotta be mindful, man. We gotta, we gotta reprogram ourselves. A lot of that stuff that we was taught, we taught wrong. We taught all the way wrong. For them, God, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. This is the biggest thing, because I'm about to end this live. I ain't want it to be this long. But it's a good, it's a good vibe. The main difference, while Cam, Ron will always be higher than Jim Jones at this point right now, because Cameron, he made all those guys that was under him, that was under his leadership, he made them all success. He made them all millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Jim Jones, them dudes that was under him, a lot of them Max Stack Bundles got killed. Max B got 75 years. Look at the rest of these kids. They grown men. Melly, Shada, look at all the rest of these dudes that had his ear and had his guidance. That's powerful. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest difference between what I see in Cam and Jim Jones is one has great leadership, and I can't really respect. And let me tell you something. I love Jim Jones. I love his music. I love his style. I know he supports people out here. I know he helps dudes for a fact. You know what I'm saying? I have spoke to Jimmy, but can't be leading people to the destruction. I got to speak against that. Anytime I see you leading men, numbers of men, tens and 20s of men to their destruction, then I got to speak against that. I got to speak against that. You understand what I'm saying? I gotta speak against that. I can't rock with that. I can't just say, all right, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I love him as a brother. You know what I'm saying? I love him as a black man, as a dude out here, young entrepreneur. But he's blessed to have the leadership of people, the ear of people. He's blessed to have that. People that support him, people that follow him. That's a blessing to have, bro. That's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Can't lead him to destruction, bro. Can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Can't lead him to destruction. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my people that followed me at one time, when I was a part of those structures, I could say I didn't lead them to destruction. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was in a gang, even though I was doing certain things, that I told them, even in a gang, to move in the right way, to get some legitimate money, to try to do the right things. You know what I'm saying? To get their education, to do things that would have been fruitful for themselves and their families. You see what I'm saying? I know we did some bad things in there too. I'm not come up here and cap, but I always made sure, like, yo, make music, stay off that dumb stuff. Don't be color banging. Don't be doing this. Don't be doing that. You see what I'm saying? Because and let me tell you something. I can't handle that. I wouldn't be able to handle to say, damn, I sent all these dudes to jail. I would have a rough bid, man. I ain't gonna front. If I was in jail and I had 20 dudes under me and all these dudes follow me and I just let them off a cliff to the pen, I would feel like a cold buster. I ain't gonna lie. I would feel bad. But that never happened to me. They say, the Most High only gives us what we can hold. Probably know I can't hold that. He ain't give me that. He made sure that Mikey ain't do none of that. Yeah. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? But the Teflon 2, the second part of Teflon 2 video is coming out shortly. You know what I'm saying? Thanks y'all for tapping in. This was a good vibe. The chat was active. Y'all crazy. Y'all funny. This was a good one. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't hit the like button, make sure y'all hit the like button. Share the live. You know what I mean? Support the live. Share the live to the peoples. You know what I mean? If y'all liked it, y'all think it's something that a kid or somebody could use and they going wrong in their life, man, send it to them, man. You know what I mean? Send it to them and be like, yo, look what homie's saying right here, you heard? Salute, Harlem Legend. Look what homie's saying right here. You know what I mean? Some was like one of the worst dudes from his community. You know what I mean? Out of Teflon and all them dudes from my block, I did the most time. I did the most time out of everybody straight. Nobody did 25 years out of my crew except me. Out of my whole crew, nobody did 25 years except me. You know what I'm saying? So motivation, hopefully it can help somebody. Hopefully the video can help somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's what I come up here to do, you heard? Make you laugh, give you some entertainment, and hopefully give you a little bit of education as well, you heard? If I did that, then I did my job, you know what I mean? We can save one, then, you did your job. But salute to y'all. Y'all know what it is. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's Mr. Hood Love Mikey B, man. Got some more videos coming up. I got some uploads. I'm gonna do some uploads tomorrow. I got a couple things I want y'all to see. I'll be putting those up probably later tonight or tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that tapped in. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all go follow the peoples. You got Harlem Legend in here. A lot going on TV. You know, you got a lot of content creators. I seen Party Artie in here. Nicole Bella, salute. I see all the peoples in here. Make sure y'all go follow the peoples, man. You know what I mean? Salute. You already know what it is, man. Mr. Hood Love Mikey B. Salute.